Okay, welcome everybody to the Dominion City AMA. We have with us Modi and Scoop Cheerios. Can you hear me all right, Modi? Scoop, can you
My
hear
team be
me?
okay?
I can hear you.
And LeVar Burton, or All for One, Iteration. Anybody else in the audience, can you hear me? Can you say something in chat? Thank you guys for being with us, by the way, while we wait for an audience check. Okay, we're still waiting for that audience check. I assume that they can hear us. Let's go ahead and just introduce ourselves. So I'm Caraway, and I run the Fear versus Greed Discord server. It's a research group. We have with us Modi. Modi, how's your microphone? Are you there?
Yeah. Anybody be okay?
Okay, the audience says they can hear us. Scoop, do you want to introduce Modi? I think that he's having some connection problems.
Yeah, sure. So Modi is actually the founder of the project, and I am his partner. We are we're the founding team of Dominion City, and yeah, we're here to answer some questions and present our project to you guys. Thanks for having us, by the way.
You're welcome. Thank you guys for being here. Yeah, I'm excited about your project. It's got this really cool referral only model. Are you guys still launching at the end of April? I know that's tentative, but is that still your goal?
Yeah, that's still the goal. We're building up our community, and we have 500 spots to fill on the whitelist before launching.
Oh wow, 500 spots.
Yeah, we really want to build it up. I think the people that know about reflection tokens, they'll see why we want to build it up, but we want to make sure that the community is there and that we're prepared before we're launching anything.
So tell me a little bit about your pre-launch process. Is this going to be is it going to be like a DApp that people go and they buy souls tokens, or is it going to be an airdrop? Or tell me what you're having in mind.
Yeah, so the pre-launch is basically going to be this first whitelist. So those who make it on the whitelist will be airdropped one of our tokens, and they'll be able to go and buy more tokens through the soul or through the DApp, and that's how it works. Once you are a holder of the token, then you can buy more. So the first selection of the whitelist is going to be sort of the launching participants, and from there it will be open to anybody to come.
So when the will be airdropped, I guess, a single token, and then will we be buying this? Like, will the token be
Yes.
trading live with liquidity?
Okay, I think I need to correct something. Yeah, the whitelisted people will partake in the process. They'll buy from the process, so the distribution actually starts from them. So they'll be the ones to be able to distribute to the communities. Though there might be other people that are going to win whitelist, going to win airdrop. So them too will be airdropped their tokens prior to launch. So the distribution can start from them. So there will be a pre-sale actually for the whitelisted people to purchase the token.
Right. He's correcting me that it will be a pre-sale that will be distributed to the community, and then from there will be open basically for trading. Well, for because it's a reflection token for based on a referral.
Will I be able to buy some pre-sale tokens with my whitelist and then immediately give those tokens to friends, or will they have to wait for the
Essentially,
token to go live before they can get in?
They will actually have to wait for it to go live. The pre-sale tokens will be claimed like some few minutes before launch. Because if you have it before days before, somebody might end up adding liquidity and fucked up your process.
Gotcha. Is the liquidity coming from the pre-sale, and what is the percentage on that?
Yeah, the liquidity will be coming from the person. We'll be having 50% going to the liquidity and some to the treasury and more marketing before launch.
Did you have you decided exactly what percentage will be going to the liquidity? I know that the rest of it, you don't know how much you're going to spend on marketing until it's over, right? Because you guys have to deal with all these influencers, et cetera, et cetera. But how much is going to liquidity?
Okay, so far we have about 50% going kept. So depend on how well the preset turns out, we might increase it also.
Okay, great, thank you. Why did you guys choose the referral only model? Can you talk about that?
Yeah, referral only we help help the community grow itself because everybody will want to bring in more people so they can earn the referral, and that way the community will be working to help grow itself other than just buy and hold. But with this referral method where you get reward by shilling the project to another person, you to put the community to work to help us grow and expand.
I got you. It's you're saying that sort of the word of mouth and getting the community involved um, is the idea, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
think it's awesome. I can't wait to send some souls tokens to some friends and say, check this out. What is the biggest pro and biggest con of the referral only model? I mean, I know we talked about the pros. Do you guys want to speak to the cons a little bit?
Yeah, I'd say the con could be that the early members might dump on the referrals. But that's why we brought the reflection part and the reflection and burn, so that there's more of a reason to hold the token and it'll keep the price in check.
Gotcha. And what inspired this idea? Is there a project that you guys that did this first that you guys were inspired by, or was it something else?
Marty, you want to go for that one?
Oh, okay. Uh, um, the other project that's done that, we have Plague in Avax, we have Virus in BSC, but Virus is a bit different from this. But Plague system, yeah, when you refer and you get to buy, but at the end it didn't work out well because there was no reason to hold on. Just refer someone and buy, just refer someone, so people dump. That's why we decided to modify it and see how to bring reflection and bond to it and give this model of tokens a reason to last long.
I see. So the their project it worked and it worked well, but there was an issue with um, there was no reason for the early adopters to hold on to their tokens, and so you guys have fixed that problem by introducing reflections and burns.
And bonds. Yeah, correct.
Awesome. Tell me a little bit about the team that isn't here. How many members are on the team, and what are their roles?
So far it's just us two. However, we're working with Communion DAO, which is another wonderful project that um, they're building a DAO that basically wants to build an incubator for other crypto projects. So they're helping us with our site and write the contract, and they've actually already got their KYC, and we're working really closely with them.
How many members total do you have?
From Dominion right now, it's me and Madi, and then I think there are help me with this one, Madi, but I think there's 5 others over there.
Is that including mods?
Yeah.
So
Currently, we don't.
I-
Yeah.
who did the art?
Come again?
Who did the art? The graphics?
Okay.
Marty did the logo, and we've actually had some of our community members help out with our artwork and submit some gifs and emojis and such.
That's awesome. It's always tough to get the right kind of art. It's like always a struggle, and when the community pitches in, that's the best. Okay, tell us about the lore behind the project. I mean, go ahead and give us the full story behind Dominion City. You know, I tried to get some spooky music to play during this part, but I just wasn't able to get the soundboard working yet. It's coming, guys. I'm telling you, I'm going to get a soundboard, and it's going to be great. But yeah, go ahead and tell us about the lore or the story.
So we wanted to give it a sort of a capture and release mysterious vibe to it. So we came up with the inspiration of aliens and how they might come down to Earth and capture, I don't know, people or you know that sort of storyline that is commonly passed around. So relating it to or making what's the word a metaphor for capturing, you know, other wallets, like when you have to send your token to another wallet, then you are capturing their wallet and they are a referral on your part. You're like the alien coming from this Dominion city of the city of domination, and you're dominating their wallet to bring them into your city. And I just thought we thought it was a fun way to sort of gamify or tell a little story through our project.
Okay, so you see the investor as the alien, correct?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the alien is the investor, and they're going for the villagers, which are not currently holding any soul tokens.
Right. The villagers are the no tokens, right? They're the people who
Yeah.
don't have Dominion City. Okay. I like that. I like the idea that I'm the alien. Um, I, I didn't like the idea of being the villager. You
No,
know?
you want to be the alien.
Yes. Okay. Hey, Modi, have you ever seen a UFO in real life?
Yeah, in real life television.
No, I'm talking about in real life.
I haven't seen any though.
Scoop, you ever seen a UFO?
You know, I can't give you a straight answer about that one.
It sounds like he has seen a UFO. It's all right. I've
I
seen a
don't know.
UFO. I saw a UFO. No doubt about
Yeah.
it. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I was young, but it was quite an event. I mean, my whole family saw it. We pulled the car over and we looked, and there was these lights, and they were like in a formation, and formation changed, and they moved real fast in one direction, then the other direction, and then they kind of went away, and these military jets, you know, flew by. And this was like 25 years ago, you know, or more. But I'll always remember. I don't know what the hell it was. It was probably the military, right? I mean, who knows?
Well, you know, there's a bunch of conspiracies to go in over in that way, in that direction.
I know. You know, sometimes I've been called the Alex Jones of DeFi.
Oh,
Okay,
all right.
let's move on. I wish I had the X Files sound. Let's get right into the tokenomics. So Dominion City has a reflection token that also burns the supply whenever anybody sells. Correct?
Yeah, it's both buy and sell.
Oh, you burn on buy as well?
Yeah, burn on buy as well.
How much is burnt on buy?
5%.
And is it 5% on sell as well?
Yeah, so as well.
Um, do you, Scoop? Do you want to go ahead and give us a rundown of the tokenomics um, as you see them, like the important parts that you see?
Yeah, sure. So the tax would be an important part. So yeah, we have the 5% tax on burn and 5% uh, tax on sale, and that goes also works with your referrals. So um, when a wallet that you've dominated, that you've referred into buys or sells, you are earning part of that um, tax right there. So it works as an incentive to refer more people, and it also kind of works as an incentive to hold. So maybe you don't want to give away those. It's similar to SafeMoon in the reflection token sense. I don't know if you remember that project, but the tokenomics were you were accumulating more through every transaction, and that's I think what Dominion is sort of going to end up like, but with the benefit of the referral, right? So um, if you ever signed up for any affiliate program and you actually earn that money, it's like free money at the end of the month or end of the when you get paid. So I think that is kind of the general idea of how our taxes work or our tokenomics.
So one of the most, or one of the features that I like the most is that you guys are going to be able to change which token you give reflections in. I think you said you're going to start with USDC, but you're hoping to get sort of partnerships with other projects and do cross promotions by reflecting in the tokens of new uh, projects. I mean, that could be it could be good or bad, but it could be really good, right? Because people who are involved in Dominion could get reflected tokens for a new project, and that might blow up, right?
Yeah, that's really going to build up partnership in the near future to help sustain the project entirely. So the reflection will be starting with USDC and souls actually. If you have up to 10 referrals, you get your reflection in USDC. But if you have anything below, you receive your reflection in souls token. So it makes the community want to meet up to the 10 referral, and in reflection is stable. You won't have to bother yourself selling
Now,
to any reward.
define a referral. If I just sent a token, if I just made 10 wallets real quick and sent 10 tokens, does that count as 10 referrals?
Yeah, the 10 tokens need to be to the wallets that haven't gotten before and they eventually buy. That's what counts as a referral.
Okay, so they have to also receive some tokens and buy some more tokens.
That's some more tokens. That's what counts your referral for it.
What is your favorite feature of your own project?
So far, my favorite feature is just that everybody, the referral feature, honestly, because it will make everybody want to spread the token across, share the news. Normally we do share projects to people and you just tell a friend, oh, I have this project, I found out this project, go ahead, buy it, and there's no reward for it. At the end of the day, just be thank you if the project does well. Well, with this now, you share a project to your friend, you'll be rewarded for doing that, and them to want to share more to people and get reward from it. So just the referral, that's my favorite part so far.
So you like the referral program because it builds community and it could it could blow up exponentially.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's really one of the most important parts in any Web3 or crypto project nowadays. It's community. So the referral works on top of that, and and same with the cross network feature. you have to think of networks as their own, or blockchains as their own sort of community and societal networks, in a sense. Like you're expanding to a whole new region of investors, and we want to really use the power of communities in our token.
Awesome. Good answer. Um, can you tell us about the first partnership that Modi mentioned? I know, I know you don't like this question, but can you tell us who that is?
First partnership. So far, the only partner we have so far it's coming under the Luna Universal. The people building like the dev team are from them. They lend us their dev team to build up the whole project, the technical part of the project. So that's our partner for now. So we'll be looking out to build more as the project goes on.
I see. I know. Yeah, I saw you guys. You posted the uh, Communion Universal. That looks like a nice group. Did you guys? Are you guys helping to found that group, or did you? How did you find that group?
Okay. We both were workers in the group, and yeah, we're still actually trying to build up the group where just workers. I was handling the Twitter, while Scoop was doing some community management. Then we decided to, since they'll be building an incubator to launch up new projects, why don't we start ours first and see what we can make of it? Then we shipped the idea to the founder, and he said, okay, it's cool. We can use the project team, development team to build us.
Gotcha. Is this your first project, Modi?
Yeah, this is my first personal project, but I've been working alongside with some few other graphic projects.
Gotcha. And what about you, Scoop? Is it your first project?
No, I'm a bit of a workaholic, so I work on a couple other projects as well, and this is really probably the closest I've been to the beginning of a project, I guess. Most of the time I'm there before Genesis or something, but and I joined the team. Mostly is community management, and I'm a writer and social media and all that stuff. So yeah, been in the Wild West for a bit now.
Did you write the story and the lore?
I did. Well, Modi did, and I worked with him on it and followed up with it.
Tell us more about your marketing plans.
Okay. We're waiting for everything to be ready before we kick starts full marketing. We'll be working with a couple of influencers to help promote us and some core groups. Then looking out to build partnership with some existing projects already to see how we can bring in that community to the launch. And like the launch is supposed to be like a game by each person, everybody trying to see be the highest dominant. We are going to dominate more people. I think we'll be having a reward for that. The person that will get to dominate the highest person in the first 24 hours of the launch will be rewarded as well. So if we can get in different communities from different projects to just come in during our launch and play the game with us, and yeah, it will be fun. We are currently in talk with some groups to see what we can get from them.
Yeah, and on top of that, just the classic Twitter, Reddit, all of that. Like we're just pushing on all fronts. I think that can help as well. And like I said, the community is a big part of marketing also. So
Have you been in contact with any influencers?
Yeah, so we're in talk with a couple of you. The ones we got, they were like, okay, when our websites and our KYC are ready, then we should come, because most of them will want to share it with no much details out. But now we got everything. We have our dev team KYC. I'll be doxing to a couple few influencers before. Then after launch, we'll still do KYC from the management team, since our dev team are KYC already. So we're in talk with a couple influencers.
Who's your favorite influencer in DeFi?
So far, my favorite are Easy from Node Nation, and Node Semper, a Twitter influencer.
Yeah, you saw
Route
it.
to DeFi is great too.
Who's that?
No, not
Route to
name.
DeFi.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know, Node Senpai just got hacked. He got his wallet hacked.
Everything.
Did you guys see that?
Jeez. No.
Brutal.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're breaking up a little bit, but it's been a lot better than it was in the beginning.
I think I'm breaking.
What has it been like working with influencers?
I'd say it's hit or miss sometimes. I think there's a lot of people who don't really care about your project and they're trying to promote to you their services. But sometimes some people are very honest um, and hardworking and actually genuinely interested in your project, and that's really nice to have sometimes.
You guys were supposed to say me.
Ah, well, you're my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah.
After your UFO story.
What I found with working with influencers is that they are interested in a giveaway, because giveaways are what works on Twitter and on YouTube. Man, these giveaways are hot. It's almost embarrassing that I haven't done any giveaways. It's like I look like a fool. But the thing is, when I go to Twitter, I'm not there for giveaways. I'm there for content.
Right.
So when I see giveaway, I just unfollow those people, to be honest. And because I know that they're promoting their channel, but to what end? To what end? I mean, is it just for more giveaways? There has to
And
be.
how's that community? Is the community really interested in projects to invest in, or are they just there to try and get some free money or something?
Exactly. The people that are spending hours every day doing giveaways are not going to be investing, much money. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's very unlikely that they're going to put in even a couple $100, because if they're spending a lot of time on giveaways, it means that they don't have much money.
Honestly,
So that is the issue. But giveaways give you followers, which gets you more opportunity and makes your voice louder, and it gives you legitimacy, and it's a snowball effect. So I don't begrudge anybody for doing the giveaways. I respect it. People that do what works are people that are successful. People that are successful are worth imitating. I mean, why should we begrudge anybody who's successful?
All right. Yeah, I agree with that.
Do you want to take a couple of audience questions now?
Yeah, sure. Let's go for it. I want to just quickly say to Serge, go ahead and send me a DM, man. Let's get connected.
Yeah, I think
About
I think Serge is saying he's a writer as well. Correct, Serge?
I'm looking for some. Nice.
so,
So SB says, do we need a referral to buy the token? And the answer is yes. And that referral comes in the form of a friend of yours or somebody that you know has to send those tokens directly to your wallet. Is that correct?
That's exactly correct.
He has a follow-up question. Well, first he has a comment. He says that he's concerned about people that don't have any friends that want to buy. What would you say? That's a good question. What would you say to somebody who doesn't really have any friends and they want to buy your token?
that
Well,
person should, should have heard of the token from our group or something too. There will definitely be someone from the group willing to do that for free without people.
Modi broke up again, but I think what Modi's saying is all you have to do is ask, and asking people is a good way to make friends. In the right,
yeah, exactly. There's definitely going to be people in the group, and you can already get into it without being without you have access to it anyways, and someone will be willing to help you out for sure.
he also asks, what are the investment plans? Can you guys tell us about your treasury, how much money is going to the treasury, and what your plans are?
Yeah, Modi, you there?
The last I heard from him, it sounded like he was breaking up really bad. So I think you might have to take this one.
All right. Well, we're actually going to be spreading out the treasury amongst quite thoroughly amongst the rewards and the burning and marketing and the team and all of that. Um, it's pretty much going to be used for outreach, for expansion, and getting new investors and marketing.
Let me ask you this: the treasury wallet tokens, will those also be receiving reflections?
You mean how would the treasury wallet receive reflections? From the pre-sale.
Oh, well, the treasury wallet, is that going to be in Souls or is that going to be
Ah,
in something else?
I'm not sure. It's either going to be in Souls or in USDC to start. Probably USDC.
Okay, but if it was in Souls, it would receive reflections, correct?
Can I get the last question again?
Yeah, go for it, Marty.
The last
Um,
question was go ahead.
I'm asking if you can repeat the last question.
Yes, the treasury wallet, will that be holding Souls tokens? And if so, will those Souls tokens be receiving reflections?
Okay. The treasury wallets will be receiving reflection, but the we'll be receiving soul tokens, but they'll sell at the threshold immediately, so we won't stand to have reflection.
Gotcha. Okay, good answer. Scoop, was there another question? I feel a little sidetracked. We were talking about, investment plans. Well, you mentioned buybacks, you mentioned marketing, but what if those aren't really investments? I mean, is Dominion City investing any money in a another project or in? I think you understand my question.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
we're probably going to expand to more like metaverse, NFT, PDE type of industry.
yeah. So we have more to come in check. We have more developments, and we will need the money to the treasury to actually grow bigger. So we'll be considering putting part of it into other projects to help grow Dominion City. Dominion City will not just end with Souls token. We have more in plan to come after that. We have much in plan for it.
Okay, let's go to the next question. We've got Serge answering questions in chat. Thank you very much, Serge. LeVar Burton says, you say in your white paper that community will be able to vote to change taxes in the future. What would you do if the community voted to remove taxes entirely?
Um, Sorry, I'm looking for that question to read along with you.
1016.
What would you do if the community voted to remove taxes entirely?
Uh, that's actually alter the whole basis of Souls. If we take off tax, there won't be rewards, and there won't be reflection, and there won't be burn. So the sustainability plan in price, like our price table, will actually be sponsored by the tax.
I see. So Modi is saying that they would never take off all the taxes because the core feature is this reflection and burn, and they they can't change that without becoming a different project entirely.
Right.
He says, "What is
Yeah.
the balance between investors' desire and the protocol's health? And do you reserve the right to veto community decisions?" I think the first part of that question is open ended enough that we can ignore the other part. What is the balance between investors' desire and the health of the protocol?
Oh, these are good questions.
What's number? Okay.
So I think they go hand in hand in the sense that the investor's desire is really what will drive the health of the protocol. So you you want more people to join. You want people to join on your behalf. You want to spread and grow the community, and that's going to benefit everybody.
Great answer. He says, "Is the referral peer to peer?" And we answered that question. He also says, and the answer was yes. You send it manually. Will there be a centralized way to do it? And I think he means basically, will there be a method inside the DApp to send to other people?
Yeah, that would be a good thing to build, probably, to streamline that process of if you have the address that you want to send it to, you can just add it there and you go through the DApp. I'm sure that can be built because we haven't actually launched it yet, so we're still perfecting that part of it. So the answer is yes, I guess.
Serge asks, would anyone on the Dominion City team be willing to video docs?
Yeah, I think both of us are. Muddy's trying to get back in.
I got him. I sent him the invite to speak. It should have pulled him up on stage already. I'm not sure why it didn't. I think it was just lag. Are you guys going to video docs right now? No, it's okay. I understand. Can I give you a suggestion for when you guys video docs?
Sure.
Put on a clean shirt. Have you ever seen these doxes that other projects people are doing? Where like their hair is all greasy and they've got like Cheetos on their mustache and their shirts the collar is all stretched out like they've had it since 1997. Like, what is going on, man? Put on I'm not saying put on a suit, but at least comb your hair, you know?
Yeah, no, today would not be a good day for me to dox. My hair is a mess today.
See, yeah, I'm hitting close to home. Yeah. When you do your video docs, put on a clean shirt. That's my advice. Let's see. Shogun says, if I request for tokens and didn't eventually buy, what happens to the tokens in my wallet? I think he means if I request for tokens and didn't eventually buy.
I think he means if he gets tokens sent to his wallet and then doesn't actually buy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, go ahead and take that question.
Nothing. I think it would be cool if we could implement some sort of an expiration date to it. I'm not part of the coding, so I don't know. But they would just be sitting there for right now, and you would kind of be missing out, right?
You'd be getting a very small amount of reflections, right?
Yeah, right.
I guess it depends on how much you got sent. It says, any plan to invest in stables or blue chip tokens?
To be honest, yes, that's always the safer route. It does go on to add on GameFi and NFTs seem risky for treasury investments. I see your point, but maybe we would be able to allocate some towards sort of the investment part of it, and then some towards just the security part of it. But I think keep going towards the Web3 route is fascinating as well, especially based from a project based off of community.
Speaking about GameFi and P2E, I think that there is going to be a GameFi that comes along that is like revolutionary, that goes mainstream, that blows up bigger than anybody ever thought possible. And it might come from a developer like EA, or hopefully somebody better like Square Enix. I don't think that it's going to come from a small team. However, a small team could have a project that is very successful. That's like an amazing game. It's just not going to be, a $12 billion project, because you're going to need a AAA team that's going to need to spend probably 18 to 36 months and probably like $30-40 million. And they're going to need to spend another 20 million on top of that just to advertise, to get it on, Comedy Central, and to get it on, TV so that people buy it.
Right.
So yeah, I'm not trying to FUD anybody's GameFi projects, because a simple project that is fun would blow up. I mean, to me, that's the problem. I've looked into all these different GameFi projects, and they're not fun from the beginning to end. It's like, oh, do I really want to spend $3,000 to play Kadabra? And the answer is no. Like, it's already too stressful to be fun. I also think that these GameFi projects should let people play for free, even if it's like just level 1 or like the most basic version of the game. Tell me, Scoop, what is your most exciting sort of GameFi project, or like, give me some ideas for a P2E game that you've had, or that you think would be great.
I just got into STEPN, and it's a really interesting app. It gamifies fitness, actually. You purchase NFT sneakers and you walk, and it tracks your walking, and you earn crypto. You earn tokens for the amount that you walk. I actually went to a big conference a couple of weeks ago about NFTs and the metaverse, and I really do think that soon enough we're going to have plenty of different metaverses and different meta economies, and I really do think that that's going to be a norm in society within like the next 10 years. So just like to reiterate, I think Dominion is going to be we want to obviously keep it open to flexibility and evolution. We start with an idea, but we're not restricted to just one idea, and we're open to evolving into a different way, GameFi or NFT or metaverse.
So are you looking for a project to invest in, or are you going to try to start one?
I think it would be more in the partnership sense.
Gotcha.
Then, yeah.
Let's see. LeVar Burton says, how do you manage allowing your community to vote and have a say and change the protocol with what might be very short-term thinking? Like if your community wants to vote for something that is not good for the long term. How are you going to manage that?
I think the way any sort of leader would for a community, you would discuss the pros and cons. You would try to have a communal but civilized debate about why, and in the end, if they vote on it, then vote's a vote, and that's what the voting system is designed for, right? So we just hope that you make educated decisions, and this is DeFi again, right? It is decentralized finance, so we respect all opinions.
Awesome. Good answer. SB says, "What are your marketing plans? Are you working with any influencers?" Now we already went over this, but yeah, talk a little bit more about how it is going with these influencers. I mean, are you finding it to be more difficult than you thought it would be, or not?
Well, so for Dominion, we haven't gotten to that point yet, to where it's urgent or it's necessary, because we don't really. I mean, we are promoting, but we can do plenty of promotion just from our side. When it comes to influencers, they're great within the niche. So there are a few that Marty's looking at who, they're available, but they want KYC, they want a doc's help. So we're just going through our roadmap, and marketing and influencers is it's coming soon. It's around the corner, right? It's just part of the natural progression of any project.
Right. Shoguns wanted to clarify. He said, let's say that a wallet receives some tokens and then they don't actually buy anymore and they just sort of forget about them. That's He wants to know what's going to happen. To my mind, that's bullish. I mean, those tokens basically leave the supply. Wouldn't you say that's bullish, or am I wrong?
Yeah, I agree. And that I think that's kind of a common thing that happens. It's like, um, you lock up your money, and if you don't do anything with it, then um, it's not adding any more to the supply. Correct. It's doing the opposite. It's bullish. It's technically, in a way, it's like its own burn. If it's gone, if
Yeah,
it's not coming.
Sir says it's a free burn. It's sort of like,
Right.
and this is a sad thing to say, but whenever you hear about somebody losing their Bitcoin or losing their wallet, losing their seed
Yeah,
phrase, and
that's what I was thinking.
you feel bad for the person, but you're thinking bullish, right? You're thinking, oh man, this is like this is good, good for me anyway.
Yeah.
So I think that answers that question. Let's see. Okay, guys, we filled up this hour pretty well, and if anybody else has any questions, go ahead and get them in now. And if you guys want to raise your hand and take the stage, now is the perfect time. So go ahead and get your questions in. I'll just pitch Fear versus Greed real quick. We are tracking almost 600 projects. I add new projects every single day. We're a team. I have my team member Shogun and Chewy looking for pre-launch opportunities, keeping track of seed sales, whitelist sales, public pre-sales, and we also, of course, keep track of launch dates. There are launches every day, and also we're just a great community. In my opinion, it's the best community for DeFi on Discord. We have everything from developers to influencers to whales, and we have newbies. We've got the whole gamut. We've got people that have been in DeFi and crypto for 15 years, and we've got people that have been in it for 15 days. So it's a really good mix. Um, Let me ask you guys, what was the last DeFi project that you personally invested in?
Code 7. Code 7 is a cool one, bridging DeFi and real estate. They're working on buying actual real estate properties with their treasury money, and looks like they're going to do it quite soon.
Modi, did you want to add to that?
Yeah, I actually got NIT. That was 2 nights ago. Yeah, I got NIT. I chase new launch basically every day. I chase new launch.
Yeah, NIT, Node Investment Trust. One of the developers is a member of Fear versus Greed. There, did you know that, Modi?
Yeah, I know that. Again, Disorder and Kingdom. I think I'm in talk with them to see how to bring NIT to Dominant City as well.
Awesome. I'm glad that we're all networking and building DeFi, into something better than these cheap, low effort rugs. And frankly, the rugs are getting less and less common. Investors are getting more savvy, and a lot of the newcomers are not coming in as fast anymore because Strong is dying and Thor is dying, and we rely on the biggest projects to bring hype to the space and to spend some of that big money on big advertising, and that flows into the space and benefits everybody. So right now we're in a dip, but that's only because the natural cycle of peaks and valleys. A lot of people are saying like, oh, nodes are like yesterday's news. I think what people need to realize is that what's happening in this space is not new. It's only new because crypto is new. It's only new to crypto. But having a fun sort of investment game to bring in investors. This goes back thousands of years. I mean, people do lotteries. People do what's called community. There's actually 1,000 names for it. 1,000 names, 1,000 cultures, thousands of years. It's never going to die. DeFi will never die. And this space, this sort of niche space that we're in, is also not going to die. It's only going to keep getting bigger. Mark my words, until regulation comes. And then it still won't die. It'll actually explode in some countries and contract in other countries, but that's perfectly fine. So that's my spiel about that. Let's see, are there any more questions? Shogun says, what is the best project you ever invested in and why?
Luna. Luna is the strongest, the most bullish ecosystem that I've seen so far.
There are a couple few. We got into Avax early as of last year, and Avax was a strong one. SafeMoon did some magic last year too as well. Did some magic, so I'll give it to those two.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Are there any more questions? He says, what about... He says Nors, but I think he's going to correct that. What about nodes? With Strong and Thor dying, what is your plan for the long term?
For the long time?
Yeah, I think he's saying nothing lasts forever, and how are you guys going to deal with that fact?
Sure. That's where we get to be more innovative, to bring in more reward for being a member of Dominion City. As I said earlier, Dominion City will just end with Soul. There will be more reason for Souls to keep growing and for people wanting to win more souls. So we have that in check. We have that in our background plans, and we'll see how to make everything work out and make Dominion City stay bigger.
All right. I think that we're coming in perfect on the timing here, guys. Do you guys want to go ahead and give a conclusion? Modi and Scoop, go ahead and land this plane. And if there are any more questions from the audience, we will take those as well. Scoop, do you want to go ahead and give us some conclusions?
Yeah. Well, we look forward to launching soon at the end of April. We still have plenty of spots on our wait list, so come join our Discord, come hang out, talk with us, and yeah, thanks again for having us on here. It was great questions, and a good conversation.
Oh, before we let Modi conclude, we're going to be giving out 5 whitelists.
Nice.
I think that, let's see, I think Surge should get one. Unless Surge, do you already have a whitelist? Yes. See, I called it, didn't I? Somehow I just knew. So going down the list, we got. My question is, how do these folks get whitelist? Should they go over to your Discord or should they just DM you? What is the process?
They will need to join the Discord, then they get their whitelist role on the Discord. When they join, they should notify us from the AMM.
Okay, so they should just go into the general chat and send you a notification and say, "Hey guys, I'm here from the Fear versus Greed AMA."
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so we got Wish You Were LeVar Burton, SB, Shoguns, and I guess All for One and myself. I'd be willing to, if anybody else wants to ask a question, I think now is your chance to grab a whitelist. Otherwise, we'll listen to Modi say a few words, and then we're gonna call it an AMA. Modi, do you want to say a few words?
Okay, yeah, I really appreciate this opportunity to hold for Fear vs. Greed holding us here today. I will urge the community to come join us. Let's make a great launch and dominate the whole system and see how we're gonna win more souls to ourselves. So let's flood into our Discord and stay active. So we prepare for launch, and I'm sure we're all gonna make it.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you so much.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for giving us your time. Thank you for answering every one of the questions that was asked. We really appreciate it. So thanks again. And also thank you to the audience who came, and thank you to everybody who asked questions. And thank you to all the people who were in chat answering questions and helping everybody understand the project.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
All right, guys. Great AMA. I'll be in touch. Talk to you guys soon. Okay. I'll get you the YouTube link ASAP.
Thank you so much.
You very much.
You're
Enjoy
welcome.
the rest of your day.
That's right. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye bye.